Everyone wants to lead, but not everyone is built to lead. If you're serious about success in business, in life, in health, in relationships, in emotional freedom, in every area of life, then there are 5 leadership traits that you must master. Now, without them, you're just another guy giving orders. You're just someone on the sidelines. You're not really a leader, you're like a manager. A leadership is not a title, right? It's energy, it's influence. But with these 5 traits, if you can nail these down, you'll earn respect, you'll be able to influence others, and you'll get real results. Hey guys, it's Brendan. Leadership is so important. The world is so hungry for leaders right now. Everyone's looking for someone to follow, like literally. People are on their phones the whole time looking for someone else to follow because they don't have real leaders. And I honestly think that everything that's going on in the world right now is a result of a lack of leadership in the world, because it comes with one thing, and I'm going to talk about that very shortly. And most people are not doing this one thing, whereas if you can do this, already you're a separator, already. And it's the first one. Be self-aware and always growing. Self-leadership. If you can't lead yourself, how are you supposed to lead anyone else? Like literally. If you cannot control what you put in your mouth, if you cannot make decisions for yourself, if you cannot control how you think and how you feel, if you cannot lead your mind in the direction you want, how in the world are you supposed to lead anyone else? And this is where the world's gone wrong. This is where everything is not working out in life, because people are not leading themselves. And so if you can lead yourself, you'll be the separator. It's so easy to be great these days because there's so many weak people that don't know how or what to do. No judgments, they just don't have the best teachers. And that's just been passed down. So if you want to be great, comes with leadership. Leadership and sales will make you rich. If you can do those 2 things, you will be rich in every area, and not just saying financially. You'll be rich in everything. Leadership and sales are 2 key skills. Obviously, I don't talk about sales here, but there's plenty of different ones around. But key leadership. Leadership is so important, especially with growth, right? Great leaders know themselves and they know that they've got to keep improving. Literally, I spend 2 hours a day at least growing, working on myself, self-improvement. I spend an hour in the gym, I do all my daily tasks, my affirmations, and then I spend 2 to 3 hours in the evening. Sometimes I push the limits on sleep because I'm working on myself, I'm growing, I'm evolving, I'm learning, I'm self-developing, because I know that I want to be the best leader, and the better leader that I am, the better I'm going to be able to create leaders underneath me as well. Hey, it's Brendan. Quick interruption to your regularly scheduled video. I want to let you know of an opportunity that you have to go even deeper into this work together. Now, if you have not yet, please check out the description down below, and in there we've got links to both Launch, our 3-day event, and also Ascend, our high performance mastermind. Now, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and it's the most ruthlessly effective event to change your brain, for you to become more aware of the subconscious programs and beliefs that have been holding you back, and to teach you the tools, the techniques, and the processes to dramatically transform those programs and those beliefs and literally rewire your brain. Again, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and we run them 5 times a year. We also have Ascend, which is our 12-month high-performing mastermind for men who are committed to their growth and who want to totally recreate themselves. I literally want to send you a new birth certificate in 12 months' time because you've grown that much. So if you're a man and you want to go fast, you want to go big, and you understand that you don't want to put off living life at your potential, and you don't want to hold on to any unnecessary stress, anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, or suffering, and you want to be liberated from those habits of thinking and live life to the fullest. So check out the links in the description, take a look at the program information and the amazing success stories from the men just like you who have gone through some of their programs, and I'll see you on the other side. And now, let's get back to the video. So great leaders know themselves and they never stop improving, right? Commit to your growth. Always be self-aware, always work on your growth. The moment you stop growing is the moment you stop leading. And I can tell you now that my ability to influence and to persuade and to help others and lead others started when I self-developed. As soon as I started self-developing and I continue, the more I develop myself, the more people I have to lead. It's funny how that works. So Rick Warren said, the moment you stop learning, you stop leading. So just be a student. Continue being a student, being an apprentice for life. It doesn't stop. The more you learn, the more you earn. And this leads on to point number 2. So we have a few levels, right? We have self-leadership. The second is build and empower others. Then you can lead others. When you lead yourself, you then have the ability to lead others. And good leaders create more better leaders, right? Good leaders create more leaders. Good leaders don't create followers. Good leaders create better leaders and other leaders. Leadership isn't about control. It's about elevation, right? It's not about having control over others. It's about lifting everyone else up. Now, what I said previously about not having good leaders in the world, does this make sense? Real leaders lift people up. They coach, they mentor, they guide. They don't just delegate. Now, if you had someone who was mentoring you, was coaching you, was guiding you on how to be a man and how to live, how to succeed, it would be a lot different for you, right? And so there's a lot of things in this world where it's not that. So when you understand that it starts with yourself, you've got to lead yourself, then you can be able to lead others. And so many people, they don't know how to lead themselves, which means they're trying to lead others, but they can't because they haven't led themselves first. So start with yourself, and then you can start building and empowering others. If you're in a management role, or if you are a leader or a business owner, understand that it's about lifting your team up. It's not telling them what to do. You know, make them feel special, make them feel important, give them the things they need to do, help them become better. That's your job, right? Build the people. That's all you need to do. Simon Sinek said, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. Very important. When I was in construction, I was running some multi-million dollar jobs. Multi-million dollar jobs. And in those, one thing that I just developed, like I never studied leadership at the time and didn't go into it too much, but one thing was I always was making sure that the guys that were underneath me were all good. I'd always be like, is there anything I can do to help? Are you all good? Is there anything that you need to make this better for you? And I'd listen to their feedback. And I would, just because they said something doesn't mean I'd necessarily do it straight away, or I'd get it for them or whatever. But at least just asking that question, they felt like they were important. They felt like I cared about them, because I did. And the funny thing was, those jobs came in quicker than ever. We got our project in 3 months earlier than ahead of schedule, which is crazy for big civil projects. Because I cared so much, because I was such a good leader. Because I made sure that the guys were doing well. Build the people, help the people, and the people will build the business or the project or whatever it is that you need, and focus on them. That's how you build and empower others. Number 3, think ahead and act boldly. While average men react to different situations, great leaders think ahead. They're always a few steps ahead. Be strategic, be decisive, and don't freeze up. Lead. You know, people want to know where they want to go. And so just make the action, make the decision, just move. That's all you have to do. You will never really know if it's the right decision until after it's made. An indecision is a decision to fail. So unless you want to fail, make some decision. Go left or right, it doesn't matter, just pick one way. The more that you can do that, the more you can act boldly, people will respect you. No, we're going this way. I heard someone say something once, is like, I make this decision and then I make that decision right. I was like, wow, that's such a good way of looking at it. It's like, whatever decision you make that decision right. Make that decision work. Dale Carnegie said, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action builds confidence and courage. So just by taking action and making the decisions, being decisive and planning what you're going to do and lead, you're going to get higher and greater confidence, and you're going to build your courage as well, which are both key skills of leadership as well. And this leads me on to number 4, lead with integrity. Very, very important. Do what's right, not what's easy, even when no one's watching. I always say, and this is what I do in my life, I'm like, I treat myself like there's a camera on me 24/7. I'm like, because this is the thing. Think about this for a second. If I asked you yesterday or over the last week, if you had a camera on you, would you do anything different? Like if someone was sitting there, a fly on the wall, watching every single move that you did, Would you do anything different? If the answer is yes, why? Why would you do something different if people were watching? That is where you're not leading with integrity. That's where you're not living with integrity. That's where you're falling short, and those are the biggest areas of growth if you can work on them. So imagine that there's a camera going through and watching you your whole life. And I literally like that. I just imagine that there's a camera here. Everything I do, there's always a camera there. And it holds me to a higher standard. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you want to do that, it doesn't really matter. But if you have just that mindset that there's always someone watching, there's always someone there, you then will not do certain things and you will do other things as well. And the best part is there won't be any guilt and shame because you're doing the things. And if you know that you're going to do them after someone's watching, you'll still go ahead with them. Then it's your choice and there's no need to feel guilt and shame about a choice. Key point of leadership, integrity. People want to feel that. People want to know that they can trust you. We live in a world now where people know that if you're making an excuse or if you're lying, you can pick up on it. I can tell straight away if someone's lying. Energetically, I can tell. There's muscle testing as well. So many people can self-muscle test. If someone's lying to me, I'm like, that's a lie, straight away. So there's no point. The day and the age that we're in right now with the evolved consciousness and everyone remembering who they are, remembering their powers, then you understand that you can't get away with a lie these days. You have to be integral with yourself. C.S. Lewis said, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. That's the thing, really, to lead yourself with integrity, do things when no one's watching. What you do in silence is who you really are. Think about that. What you do in silence is who you really are. And this leads me on to the last point number 5 here. Master communication. Communication is such an important skill that so many people don't actually use. They don't actually realize. They don't actually know. And they don't put time into it. Now, some people are born with it, but otherwise it's a skill. Communication skills, right? So we've got to build it. Anything that's a skill can be learned and developed. So speak less, listen more. We got given 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We need to do double the listening to the speaking that we do. Make others feel heard. Communication too, there's a big point in communication where it's listening, where communication is not just talking. It's listening, it's having the presence. Know how to listen to others and to speak clearly and to get your point across simply. There's a really good book, How to Get Your Point Across in 30 Seconds or Less. I highly recommend reading that book for you to have clarity around speaking and getting your point across. It's been game changing for me, so I highly recommend just listening to it. If you've got Spotify, it's free on Spotify. Just do it. It's probably on YouTube too. So just do that. Allow yourself to do that. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to communication, they build walls. They build walls up to protect them. Build bridges instead. Don't build walls. You don't need to protect yourself. You don't need to worry about people hurting you because it's up to you. Hurt people. They see you how they want to. If you take it personally, you get to work through something. Someone triggers me now, I'm like, cool, awesome. I get to work through this. So master the communication. James Hume said, the art of communication is the language of leadership. It's so important. If you want to be a better leader, master communication. Become a master communicator. Act integrity. Think about someone having a camera on you 24/7. You will then be very, very integral with who you are. Think ahead, plan ahead, act boldly. Don't just empower yourself, empower others. Lead yourself first. Master sales, master leadership, and you will never know who you could be. And you won't know yourself in 12 months' time if you focus on that. If you watch nothing else and you just focus on these 4 things, man, you will be a completely different person in 12 months' time. So focus on this. Leadership isn't a title, it's a way of being, it's energy. And if you can commit to mastering these 5 traits, as I mentioned just before, you just won't succeed in life. You'll inspire everyone else around you. People will go, what has gotten into you? What's happened to you? You've changed so much. Now when people say you've changed so much, say good. Most times they don't know how to say you've grown, so they say you've changed. If someone says you've changed, I'm like, thank you, the work's working. You'll inspire so many other people around you, even if they don't say it. When you choose to rise, like there's people that I don't even know are watching me. And I'll all of a sudden hear something and they're like, you know, thanks so much, like you've changed my life. I'm like, I didn't even know who you are. It's the same. There's always people watching. You're always leading others, whether you think it or not. There's always people there. So lead yourself first and the rest will follow. You made it to the end of the video. You are the true top 1%. Now, don't forget to like and comment below what you got, your biggest takeaway was. I love hearing that. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. The biggest insight, realization. I read them all and I like seeing what you got from this. Now, if you'd also like to grab my copy of my free ebook, 4 Rules Any Man Can Follow to Radically Transform His Life, click on the link down below in the description in this video. And if you love this video, you can check out some of the other videos on here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.